Stop driving to Macquarie Park from Lane Cove. Start riding instead. In this video, I'll show you how easy it is to ditch the car and ride from Lane Cove to Macquarie Park using separated cycleways and quiet back streets. At peak times, this trip normally takes up to 24 minutes or so by bus and by car. So stick around to the end where you can see how they compare with this bike trip. Hey everyone, Joseph here, and in this video I'm going to show you how simple it is to ride from Longueville Road in Lane Cove to the Sonic Healthcare or DHM laboratories in Macquarie Park. So off we go. The ride starts at the corner of Birdwood Avenue and Longueville Road in the Lane Cove shops area. At this point, it's a shared path. Let me guide you along the way by keeping an eye on the route guidance in the top left corner of the screen. After a few hundred metres, bikes are separated from pedestrians. While this is a mostly low-stress ride, there are also a few tricky places to be aware of. Today is Friday and it's bin day. Bins are placed in the cycle lane for collection and are usually gone by the evening. There's plenty of room to get by. Coming up to the lights at Centennial Avenue, there's a BP service station on your left. You need to keep an eye on cars in Epping Road coming from behind and turning into the service station. On the return trip, you really need to keep your wits about you. Drivers leaving the service station are looking the other way and may not notice you approaching and may even cut you off. There's a video linked in the description that shows what happens when things go wrong here. You could make this ride your commute to your workplace in Macquarie Park or beyond. It's an easy way to get incidental exercise, which means you could even dump that gym membership. If you're considering riding to work for the first time, try the route out on a weekend when conditions are generally quieter, or ride with someone who regularly rides the route. Net zero in 2050? Why not start now? Riding bicycles is a zero-emission transport mode. Riding 10 kilometres each way to work instead of driving saves 1.3 tonnes of greenhouse gas emissions annually. Off to the left here is the Lane Cove industrial area. There are really no separated cycling facilities on Sam Johnson Way, but there is a footpath on the northern side. If you're confident enough, you may want to ride on the road. Research in the UK indicates that people who ride bicycles to work had a 52% lower risk of dying from heart disease and a 40% lower risk of dying from cancer. They also had a 46% lower risk of developing heart disease and a 45% lower risk of developing any cancer at all. Here's a turn off to East Ryde via the water main bridge over the Lane Cove River. The Lane Cove Tunnel portal is just here. In 2023 you pay $3.84 for the privilege of using the tunnel. The travel time by car I showed at the beginning of the video is using the surface road, as any long-term or regular user is unlikely to pay 2 lots of $3.84 tolls every day on their way to work. Here's the Lane Cove River. There is a walking track under the bridge along the southern bank, but it's not suitable for bikes. So if you need to go to Chatswood from this point, you're best to go via Birdwood Road, which is right at the tunnel portal. People who ride to work not only save time and get fit, but can save anywhere between $6,000 and $15,000 a year, which is usually spent on fuel, car repairs, public transport fares and parking. Bicycle counts on this part of Epping Road over the past year show an average of 136 bikes per day, peaking at around 200 bikes per day on weekdays. Interestingly, the trend is up by over 37% on last year, so bike trips are on the way up along this cycleway. Pittwater Road is here on the left. There's a new connection to Gladesville from here, which is mostly a shared path. See the link in the description below for a future video from Gladesville to North Ryde station. To your right is the impressive Chistopher Cassaniti Bridge, which was built to connect North Ryde Station and Business Park with Lachlan's Line and Macquarie Park. There's a link in the description below showing you how you can ride from North Ryde Station to Macquarie Park using this amazing bridge. At Wicks Road, there's a shared path on the diagonally opposite corner that takes you to Waterloo Road and into Lachlan's Line. Check the description below for a link to a ride from Ryde Park to next DC Macquarie Park and choose this shared path. If you're thinking of riding to work, ask your employer for a suitable and secure place to leave your bike. If you're enjoying this video or finding it helpful, hit the like button. And don't forget to hit the subscribe button and notification bell so you don't miss new rides in the Macquarie Park area and other cycling related content. Approaching the Epping Road and Lane Cove Road intersection, Macquarie Park is diagonally over there to the right, but you need to cross two roads, which means additional delays. I'm heading slightly the other way to Paul Street and saving a pedestrian crossing and those delays. At this point, if you need to go to Macquarie University or Epping, just continue along Epping Road. Today though, we're taking the bridge across Epping Road to DHM Laboratories in Macquarie Park. Arriving at DHM Laboratories, you can also go to the Optus campus. DHM staff can probably enter via this boom gate, but if you need to go to the front entrance or other businesses in Giffnock Avenue, you can follow me and be a bit creative and use an alternative access through the adjoining site. Let me know in the comments down below if you already ride this route or if you know of other low stress ways of riding between Lane Cove and Macquarie Park or Macquarie University. Now, I had a look around the grounds and car park and there was no visible bike parking. Let me know in the comments if you're aware of any dedicated bike parking here and if you know of any end of trip facilities like showers and lockers are provided. Now, check out the travel time from Lane Cove to the Sonic Healthcare Laboratories in Macquarie Park by bike. Only 22 minutes. If you get a better run through the traffic lights than I did, you could even be nudging 18 minutes, which will be amazing. Cycling to Macquarie Park or Macquarie University from Lane Cove is definitely as quick or quicker than by car or bus, and it's a really easy way to incorporate exercise as part of your daily travel to and from work or university. If the hills along Epping Road are too daunting for you on a regular bike, the video on the left shows you how an e-bike can make a huge difference to your trip, and click the video on the right to see other cycle routes to Macquarie Park. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.